Incoming transmission.
War. War never changes. Since the dawn of humankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilled in the name of everything from God to justice to simple psychotic rage.
The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons. Petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska. The US would annex Canada. And the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of world war had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders. The end of the world occurred pretty much as we had predicted. Too many humans, not enough space or resources to go around. The details are trivial and pointless. The reasons, as always, purely human ones. The Earth was nearly wiped clean of life. A great cleansing, an atomic spark struck by human hands, quickly raged out of control. Spears of nuclear fire rained from the skies. Continents were swallowed in flames and fell beneath the boiling oceans. Humanity was almost extinguished, their spirits becoming part of the background radiation that blanketed the Earth. A quiet darkness fell across the planet, lasting many years.
In great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn. Training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
So, I got just about everything up and running. OBS did an update. That part's fine. What it broke is a little less fine. So I had to spend some time fixing some plugins and the like. One of which was actually a bit more required for me. And I got one other that wasn't absolutely vital, but just kind of nice to have. And then I got one more, but I don't think I'm even using anymore, so we should be fine on that one. Fairly certain. And while I'm on that subject, the only thing that I need to open here real quick is the death counter. Not that I expect to die, but it is highly likely that we might. Okay. And we also had the game freeze on us, which is just a lovely start. But hey, we got to level up. Not that we accomplished a whole lot, we basically just did the tutorial. I'm going to double check and make sure everything's on very hard, and survival, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. So, make sure we got the correct one selected. Alright, that should be just about everything. Did we do our trades? No, we did not. I don't think.
You looking to buy some supplies? Can do.
So, the only thing I do also need to check is, did we do one particular engagement? Let's see, 357 Magna, we got some dynamite and stuff. I'm assuming we already did, because we got powder charges and stuff, right? That makes sense. Also a grenade launcher. Yeah, let's see, we got a long fuse, so... I don't know why we would need a long fuse over regular dynamite, so we'll sell that. Single shotgun will also sell. So we got the sturdy. Lightweight armor, lightweight metal armor. hang on to that because we might need it. Gamma got us +1 perception. This technically does nothing for us. Nothing. And I'm gonna hang on to these since these weigh nothing, right? But ammo does. Speaking of, what do we have that we do not need, if anything? Half a pound of 223. Okay. We can sell the fishing battery. That also gives us a little more. I guess we could get that. Okay, so we shred through armor, but we do less damage, which makes sense.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Alright. So I think we have our shotgun attached right now. Given that we already have dynamite, I'm pretty sure we did our engagement and everything, and then we got to the shop, did our trade, and then I think it froze in the loading. Okay, and we're just going to plant a save there, so that way, at least that way, we will be out of the store. I will be saving probably a bit more frequently than Fallout 3. Not for save scumming, but simply save time, especially when the game freezes. Okay. Hornet. Caravan. Alright. I will probably just focus on using 38 for a little while. Occasionally we can get a couple of like geckos or something that pop out, depending on what they are. Regular geckos are probably the better bet to go for now, because we can make belts and stuff and get some more caps out of it at the very least. We don't have very high barter. In fact, I think our barter is crap-tastic, right? I think our highest skills are probably around 40s, 45-ish. Okay, so that's a coyote. You gotta get used to the aiming on this. And sometimes I don't think it's so much the aim as much as it is like just the way the hitboxes work sometimes. For certain items. It seems like the hitbox is a lot smaller on some creatures than one would think it should be. Okay, so we get meat off of it. Bit cans. Okay, so we know that there was the nuke grenade that you can make with the cans. Can we make canned food, maybe? Like some kind of soup? I don't think there's like a way to activate water from it. Oh, there is. It's too bad we can't like take empty bottles and make bottled water though. Okay, so we have Wild Wasteland, Skilled, then we have the Hunter. Because I know there's a couple of creatures that can be animals and mutated animals. And then we gain +5 skill points, but we level up a little bit faster. Or a little bit slower, rather. Okay, so barter is very bad. Guns is decent. Medicine's decent. Lockpick is 21, so I need 4 more points than that. Speech is 25. Not horrible, but could definitely use some work. Okay, so we took survival, guns, and medicine. Makes sense. I gotta remember, stim packs are not instant heals. They heal over time. I also have a charisma of 1 and a luck of 4, so we are going to have slightly worse luck. But hey, high intel, so we level up just as fast, if not slightly faster than we probably should otherwise. And agility of 9. Which helps us run away and get to cover faster. Also, how's our status? Limbs are fine, I guess. Radiation's a little bit. H2O. Also, the one guy that hangs out over here is dead. Okay, that should keep us just fine on food. Another thing we should probably level up a lot of is sneak, just because everything is going to be a bit more tanky on very hard. Oh shoot, there's a gecko over there. I don't know where that gecko's running off to, but... Young gecko hunter. Nice. We're not using the best ammo, so... It's probably more than likely just our perk doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the animals. Which is all the more reason I need to work on sneak. If we can. I'm going to try and get some stuff done before I go and take care of the Havoc Gamers. Partly because I really like to keep my limbs in relatively good condition. Okay, took a few tries. Now, the only other thing that might be affecting our aim is maybe our gun skill, because I think that affects gun spread, other than weapon type. I can play this right. I could also use the weapon repair kit. I prefer not to if I can. Yeah, so you can get gecko hide and gecko meat. Now, if there's anything I'd like a stockpile of, maybe food, water, and ammo. Really? Anyway, is there one that's closer that maybe I just can't sights on? That looks harvestable. Okay. Well, gecko meat. I was gonna say, really? Alright, that one was worth significantly more XP. It's like, may as well harvest some stuff while we're here, right? I wonder if we take a... Probably not, right? We probably don't take a debuff on perception. Yeah. Alright, and we're already low on ammo. Still, I think if we use the 223 over 556 into the stockpile, what 556 we can get our hands on. At least against most of the lesser threatening wasteland creatures, we should be fine. Also, how good is our perception? I forget. 7. Alright, so these guys probably replenish after a while. I don't think we've slept a day, so since our actual engagement. I also can't remember if I actually went inside the building and cleared it. We don't have much room though. So we killed like 5 of the boomers, because there was one guy on the road, then there was the other guy looking for the merchant, and then the 3 guys that were guarding that area, I think. Or thereabout. Okay, and then we'll just fast travel to Good Springs. Probably be a good long while before we even get to New Vegas. If we had like 10 agility, I could probably just try and run for it. Just don't take the north. Just go, like, cut through the center, I guess. Okay, so you do need leather belts for some stuff. But we need 50 for that. We need 90 science for that. Science. Medicine. Forceps, medical brace, scalpel, surgical tube. Okay. I already had. Oh, shit. Okay, so there's a reason to hang on to fission batteries and stuff. Oh. Looks like he's still open. Maybe not.
You looking to buy some
Actually, wait. Yeah, we can get turpentine, right? Or maybe I needed to do that with the leather before I did the... Yeah, I guess just sell it then. I guess we'll go ahead and get rid of that stuff for now, because I can't use it for a while. That or find like a spot to store it. I just don't see me using these. I'm just hanging on to them for now because they're worth so much more. 137.
Thanks.
Okay, well, it's got more 223, so. No, just fast travel. I cannot remember if we cleared out the building, right? I may have already cleared it. I don't remember this place. So, no, we did not. Nice. I think that gunfire's coming from like over there. Well, a couple blowflies, I suppose. Got him. Ah, that felt satisfying. Missed. Alright. Yeah, I'll just... Okay. Not overweight just yet. Now we can get this last one. Alright, ramen skin. Got that. Well, at least we got like 15 XP for free, or pretty close to free. And I think you also get XP for like killing birds, but they only give you like one. I remember that being like a thing. It's not particularly worth it. See, I'm not too bad at like actually doing a couple of long shots. It's just some of the hitboxes for some things, and there's probably like some deviation with the aim. Crimson Caravan Guard. Today's physician. Probably sell that. But then again, there might be some use that we need for it. I'm not getting rid of the stealth boys. We'll probably need that at some point. Okay, so what we're going to do is drop those because I cannot use them anyway. Really? I mean, on the bright side, that's an experience. Nice. There's still meat on this. No. Okay, so that's gotta be like... I don't know. It might not be the prison. Alright, so that. Don't need that. I mean, we don't get a whole lot from that. Maybe I should just sell those. I only have one more of those left, so we need to be careful. Go and eat that. We'll have plenty of other stuff. I'm gonna see if there's anything left on this. There is, but not a whole lot. No. Nothing, just push. Hello, Bad Pro. Hopefully I haven't missed you. Just been trying to mull over next couple of moves. We're doing survival mode and very hard, so missed shots hurt just a little bit more. Okay, so just because we've had a couple of a couple moments of the game getting stuck. Be fine, but so some of this excess.
You looking to buy some supplies?
I shouldn't need that much dynamite, hopefully. Sell that. Won't get the full value, obviously. Unless he's got a... He does not. I was going to say, if he had a Varnet rifle, I could probably pick up for repair. Or maybe... another weapon repair kit. He does not. Earned 14. Rebound, regenerate AP. I mean, I may as well sell these, right? Because I can't make use of them just yet. Wait, I have boxing tape? Yeah, let's sell that. Syringes don't weigh that much, so we're probably fine on that.
Another satisfied customer.
So, how far away are we? We're not too far. Okay, we should definitely do the lockpick up to 25 natural. Then I guess go either the rest into speech or guns. I can't remember how much speech I need for the town. Decide against what do they call it? The boomers? No. Powder gangers, that's right. And I think we already grabbed everything else from here, right? Yeah. There's freaking cazadors that way. I don't know if there's anything over by the cross. I suppose worst case scenario, we could go back down, pick up the powder gangers' clothing, and see, there's a whiskey and a leaf blower on the caravan, and then just come back and sell it. If I can get a couple sneak shots on geckos and stuff, I can one-shot something. Need a few more kills, and then we'll have a level up. I probably could have just taken it with machete, but to be fair, there is the whole problem of limb damage. What the hell? Oh, that looks a little weird. Alright, I think we need one more. A more very minor kill like that. Okay. I think close enough for now. Devil's Gullet. I'm not seeing anything worthwhile to go down there for. Unless it's like on the inside of the thing. It might be radiation. Also, I can't remember if we get experience for discovering locations. No, Fallout 3 was. Probably everything up there. Very, very slow start. But when you haven't exactly mastered the game, you gotta be just a little bit more cautious. Oh. We did level up. Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, why did we not get the thing? I want it. I need it. I need the thing. Lockpick. Okay, natural. Okay, so we'll put it at 30, right? Like it's something. Like, I think we can go for that, right? And no perk. And then Death Claws beyond this point. And then we got what appears to be a structure that we might be able to find a little bit of loot, possibly. Warning, Death Claws ahead. Abandoned shack. Any loot? Or just death? Steady. Okay, so we got a reloading bench. Yeah. A machete. Detergent. That's life. That's probably survival. One unit to dirty water. Nine iron. I guess just the corn and scrap electronics, which we'll go ahead and take. That's a funny container, something like a good springs to drop off at, I guess. That's probably the smarter way to do it. Find stuff that we want for later, and then just like drop it all in a box, and then just come back when we actually have the skills. Okay, 12 gauge. .10mm. Fires lead, powder pistol, primer large pistol. Let's do 3, I guess. Okay, so it might not be fully worth it doing reloading as much. Unless we just have an excess of one ammo we just don't use. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick save since we got some stuff, right? And then I can go down there. It's probably irradiated to high hell. Why else would you call it that? Devil's Gullet. Yeah, I don't see anything in there that's worthwhile. Nothing but barrels. Not even searchable barrels, just barrels. I had some turpentine. I could try and go after a couple of geckos and get some potentially really lucrative deals going, possibly. Definitely need to work on the barter. Alright, how much per first for taken care of? So that took all the way back down. I don't know, 75 maybe? Are we on the way? Yep, plenty. Alright. We'll see what was left behind then. Hopefully it's still cleared. I'll look on the map anyway. Alright, looks like there should be plenty of land to explore that way. Not sure it'd be very wise even if you could, though. Oh, let me go. Okay. So we have a bit of an invisible wall going on over there. Ow. Not exactly what I was looking for, but, you know. As you can tell, we are a bit on the fragile side. Okay. Outer Ganger Camp West. Canyon Wreckage. Drink lots of water.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Okay.
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
Yeah, so what's so special about these caps?
There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
Okay, so you collect these caps too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
Yeah. What kind of treasure are we talking about?
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Alright, thanks for the info.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
In the meantime, we're just going to keep on drinking. Alright, now we're good. Alright. That's right, stim packs won't be... We can't use stim packs to restore limbs. So we will actively have to hold on to doctor's bags. Alright. Nearly died. It's probably the... Oh, that's probably the closest we got into death so far.
I think Joe Cobb knew what hit him. I'm hoping you took him down for a good reason and not for fun.
I'm gonna help Ringo take on the powder gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Oh, that was easy.
Even though Joe Cobb's dead, his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Okay. Any idea on how to convince Trudy to join
A
us?
silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Alright. Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
Alright.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's a safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Alright. Actually, I already cracked the safe.
Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Okay, areas around Good Springs.
Sure.
Any other towns nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't hit if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
Alright, what kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
Okay, that's all I want to know. .57 Magnum. Okay.
Hey there.
Fixing things. Pretty straightforward. Okay. So we got a little bit of speech. I don't think we'll have enough for hardly anything. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do another save. No, we haven't really done much. So that way, I'm not necessarily stuck. So I can take a look and see what I need for speech checks. I'm pretty sure I can't do anything as it is right now.
Hey there. You looking to buy some supplies?
I need supplies to fight powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's 1,000...
Okay, so I need higher barter. And I don't necessarily have to get locked out of it, right? Okay, so we need higher barter. Easy Pete, I need high explosives. I can't remember how high. Hopefully it's not like 50. Yes, I think I need explosives for him.
Welcome back.
Town's gonna be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Alright. They'll be using explosives. Do you have something more for serious injuries?
I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out there than it will in here. Take what I got.
Cool. Okay, so we got some doctor bags off of him. Also, he seems to have no problems with us just taking stuff. So, there's that. I think I need like 50 though. We're to make our own doctor's bags. Lots of pre-war books. Buffalo gourd seeds. It's flour. Pack of cigarettes. I can sell those real quick. Okay, so I can get +5 to speech, which I already have. Suit. Okay, so I just need to get repair up to 50 for that. I don't know what this does. Maybe it gets you like more food off of it. Alright, let's go back and take a look at the belts, shall we? There's the hide belt, fire gecko hide belt, golden gecko hide. Because I swore there was one that needed turpentine or something. Or maybe that was over the fire. That might have been over the fire pit, right? Alright. Probably leave some stuff here. I can't pick these up. We can knock them around and stuff.
Howdy.
Alright, so we'll sell the rest of the stuff.
You looking to buy some supply?
I could probably repair that with a regular machete, right? So we'll hold off on that. Got 7 stock back, so. Carton, camera.
Another satisfied cut.
Okay, well, let's replenish with some extra. I don't know why I keep trying to search that. Unless our character needs to sleep. Not really. So we're gonna go pick up whatever was left behind by the powder gangers. Also, how far away are we? Maybe like 1,050 at 578, 575. Alright, I don't think they would have been replaced, right? That might be another thing of powder gangers I might possibly to take on. They don't seem to be like the most heavily armed, but they could. That doesn't mean we can't get fucked up if we're not careful. So. So we can keep any and all trades that we already did. Okay, so I need to get one more level up, get up to 25 barter. Should be tight. I only have like 1 point left afterwards. And Securitron shows up. Why couldn't you helped? Alright, go ahead and do that. I think we get a bonus experience if we do the little achievements, right? Possibly. Okay, that gives us a
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here.
I'm totally remember that. How did you know I was in trouble?
Heck, I can smell trouble a mile away.
I'm tricked without a nose?
I like you, friend. Have I mentioned that?
Are you following me?
I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all.
Alright,
Well.
goodbye. Speaking of, we're on stim packs. 16. Okay, so we're getting closer to needing sleep. Okay, that fixes our limbs. Alright. Where this guy's corpse fall? Not quite sure where the second guy fell. And what was for the... Ah, here we are. I need the experience and maybe some supplies. Ow. We didn't see that one. Doctor's bag. Got our danger camp north. There's that healing powder. Now, some of the fellows farther north are trying to organize. We're starting to think it's a good idea. Got to pool resources if we're going to survive out here. Sure, you've noticed the decline in travelers. If you're getting wise, so should we. Produces some. Good spring source. I can't remember if healing's going to help restore our limbs. I might have to pay for limb restoration. I'm not going to use the rest of my step backs to get healed when we can do it for free. Also, bonus, we don't have to worry about being thirsty. Okay. So gecko steak. Black coffee, coffee mug, coffee pot. Coyote tobacco chew, honey mesquite pod. Oh, hey. Bad resistance plus 15, poison resistance plus 15, fire resistance plus 15, is 18. And then tanned, we need turpentine, white, horizontal, and then whatever hide. Should at least work for the gecko hides. Does not seem to work for coyote. That'll be fine. And sleep for like 9 hours. That way our progress is locked in, both good and bad. Actually, I don't even know why I fast traveled there. I'm going to do one quick check and see if our limb condition has improved. Either just a bit. Just a little bit. Even a little bit. We can make use of that. Since it's not like we have particular time limits for most of this stuff. No, I did not. Okay. So let's do some trades first. I don't think we used up that much ammo. And then see how much it's going to cost to get our limbs repaired.
You looking to buy some supply?
Sell the cleaver, sell the knife. Not gonna get a whole lot of it. We get some junk food. A couple of packs of cigarettes. Okay.
Another
Puts us
satisfied
at 154. And we may not have enough heals. Oh, also, wasn't this one doctor's bag? The 2 or 4 that we used, I guess.
How are you holding?
Hurt.
Don't look like nothing. I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy.
Okay. The other reason for the save is to make sure that, you know. Okay. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do with the doc. Whenever we need to, we might use like a doctor's bag so we're no longer crippled. Oh, Sloan's just right there. And there's Bryn. 5, so we need like 400 more XP. Alright. Well, I had a bit of a late start. We'll go ahead and call it there. I already brushed with death more than a few times. So, we'll go ahead and call it there. Tomorrow, everything allowing, we will finish up the base game of Red Alert 3 with the Empire of the Rising Sun. Like, basically just went from campaign from left to right. And honestly, I think that makes the most sense. Soviets seem to be like the easiest faction to play. And then the Allies have a few little quirks with them, but moderate. And then Empire, which is probably like the strongest faction of them all, just because of how many things are just freaking amphibious. Right? It seems like they're going to have a lot more micro going on. So, there's that. Not sure if I'll go right into expansion, but I do need to get the expansion loaded up. So, I'll probably do that after stream tomorrow, if not tonight, depending on what else I got left to do. Gotta take a look and see if there's anything else that needs to be updated because of OBS's update and or reconnected and fixed and all that good stuff. But at least look like most of it's up and going. There's like 1 or 2 items that might be a little bit lesser or just not used currently anymore. So, what else is there? That's about it. Because this is probably like, what, the final week for September? Yeah, it's final week of September. I'm not quite sure what I want to do just yet. But depending on how things go, I might skip Fallout New Vegas for the entirety of October or some other games. But this way we're started. We kind of got things going somewhat. We're not quite bankrupt, although it seems like I'm working very, very closely to getting to that point. If I could find like a crap ton of bloat flies and stuff, maybe. No. What else is there? I do have some games I want to do. I'm just not quite sure what the lineup is going to look like just yet, so I'll probably start planning for that after I close that from here and take a look. Because now that we have console games up and going, we're definitely good on that. And I might start Alpha Centauri next week, so we'll probably take a break from Red Alert 3 once, considering I should be able to. Considering I start and finish Rising Sun tomorrow, and then go right into Alpha Centauri. I might do Alien Crossfire this time. I'm not fully sure on what I'm going to do for everything else, but I'll keep it on like the second difficulty because I don't have too many games that I've done with Alpha Centauri. I kind of got to the point that I could play on third, possibly fourth difficulty, whatever those were, on regular Alpha Centauri. But Alien Crossfire, I have the least amount of experience with. I did make like one custom civ that was like super overpowered just because I could. And also mostly just so I could try and kind of see what was going on with the techs and stuff. Because there are new techs, which also means there's new units. There's also like 2 alien factions that have unique techs. Or maybe not unique techs, but unique units that they get from everything. And the only thing I remember is if you play as an alien against the AI, you're supposed to have a late start. So there's a chance that they might already have like 2 or 3 bases going on. And obviously much more exploration. But I think, while they don't have like the location of all factions, I think they start off with like a full map. Something like that. Not that I plan on playing on aliens, but I might just throw in random all. or something. I don't know. Still mulling over that. And then I don't know if there's any RTS that would count as horror. Nothing's really come to mind, at least what I have. Maybe I could do a skirmish with Battle for Middle-earth 1. I got something I've been practicing. I don't think I could do what is it, like 1v7 all on team for like Mordor or something like that. But free for all or something, maybe. I've managed to get all the way up to like 6 of like Mordor, Isengard. If there's like at least 2 of like Gondor, Rohan or something to go against them. Or even just other factions. I don't know, I suppose I could try and practice that a little bit. Oh well. Go ahead and call it there. And I don't know. Looks like Emmy's still going, so we'll probably break into that. So, anyway, stay healthy, stay frosty, and until next time, see you.
Yeah.